Hello, Bigfoot Tony here. So let's take a look at this interesting video. I'll be honest with you, I had probably, it's more exciting watching the family sledging down the hill. That was actually quite fun. So there are three parts, three videos, part 1, 2 and 3. And in the first part, if you notice, there are slightly different times. You know, we have, if you look here, you can see that it's different color. So this is part 2, and part 1 over here is kind of a different tone, so different lighting situation going on. So that means there is some time in between the videos, so we don't know what's gone on between the videos. So in part 1, in the top right hand corner, we see a figure appear running on the hill from left to right, walking, sorry, this one is walking. And then in part 2 we see one just basically standing there. We don't know whether this is the same one individual or whether there's 2 or 3. I mean, I really can't say myself. And in part 3 we see, scroll along, nothing happens, and until eventually one jumps up and almost staggers across, almost as if it's injured. Okay, so let's take a closer look. So this is in part 1. We see one casually walking from left to right, maybe limping slightly. It's difficult to tell as it's so far away and so blurred. But what we can see is potentially a sloped back. Quite interesting. That's probably the only detail really we're gonna be able to see and tell for sure, given that it's so far away, and like I say, quality is not so good. And so what we have here is this one walking from left to right, and what I believe is happening here is it's walking. I believe this is the same one reappearing from possibly under this what looks like could be a log. So it's gone here and then reappearing here, as you can see, and then it just kind of mingles around this area for the whole video. Didn't bother stabilizing all of that because nothing really happens. And then this is in part 2. Like I say, it just kind of stays there and just doesn't do anything for the whole video, and then it goes out of shot around here for about 8 seconds, and then the camera goes back to the center and it's gone. So whether it knew that the camera was here and then it made its move, you know, that's possible. And there's a bit of a close-up and a stabilization. Really nothing happens. That's all it basically does, is just stand there. Quite tall when you think about it. I mean, I know it's difficult to judge, there's nothing to compare, but you can kind of guess with your eyes that it's not like a child size anyway, I don't believe. And then I've also kind of zoomed in on this area, what I believe is a log or something like that. I don't know for sure. This is in part 2 also, by the way. And we have something interesting going on. I don't know, it could just be some kind of distortion, but it appears to be something moving, like flying in the air, like a stone possibly, I don't know, or like I say, it could just be some kind of distortion going on. So to recap, there we have the one just standing there doing nothing, and during this time we have this object. There does appear to be some movement there, possibly, so whether that's the second or third individual, or maybe it's just distortion, I don't know, just around here. There's all kind of glitches and this kind of thing going on all around the video. This is in part 3. Yep, part 3, where it staggers wildly across. Almost looks like it's tied up. The arms are not free, and then it kind of wails its arms around, I think. Difficult to tell. Very unusual body shape, very inhuman-like. You know, it could just be some kids or, you know, pranksters making a joke on these people, because they can see that the person's filming, and you know, kind of trying to make a prank, pretending to be some monster or something like that. That could possibly be what's going on, or it could indeed be Sasquatch. Yeah, and this just does look like the Russian, I know some of you are probably thinking the Russian Yeti situation, where it jumps up and does this kind of motion here. Okay, there's not really much I can say about this one. You know, if I zoom in anymore, it's just gonna look even worse. Alright, thanks for watching.